Hey guys, what's up? I'll show you 10 ways to edit smarter in 26. Let me show you this simple effect remix tool that lets you smoothly end your music with one click. First, drag a music track onto your timeline, and as you can see, the music is way longer than our cuts. So most editors would hit the cut key on their keyboard, make a rough cut at the end, and fade it out. This method can work, but we have much better tools for this in Premiere Pro. So let's first reset everything so we're back to the original state, and you can clearly see how the tool works from scratch. All you need to do is click on the ripple icon on the left, and when you hold it with your mouse, you can select the remix tool. Go to the end of your music and drag it to match the length of your footage. Premiere Pro will then use AI to calculate the best possible ending for your track, and it works really well. Just listen to the end now. Most people start cutting their clips using the cut tool in Premiere Pro, either by clicking it manually or by pressing the C key and cutting the clips. That works, but it can take a lot of time. As you can see here, I'm spending a lot of time on just one clip, and it takes forever. Let me show you a better and faster way to do this, but first, let's undo everything. When you're at the point in your clip and want to cut off everything after it, just press the W key on your keyboard. You can see that the last part is completely gone. You can do the same with the first part of a clip. Just press Q on your keyboard to remove everything before the playhead. So, find a point in your clip and press the Q key. As you can see, the first part of the clip is gone. This method is much faster than cutting manually. You don't have to switch tools or make extra cuts. It keeps your workflow clean and efficient, especially when editing long timelines. Once you get used to it, you'll save a lot of time on every project. Look right now while I'm talking. You can see how fast this is. Press Q to remove everything before the playhead and W to remove everything after it. These two shortcuts alone can speed up your editing workflow a lot. What I really like about using the ripple tool is that the other clips automatically shift to fill the gap. Nothing gets left behind and your timeline stays clean. This saves a lot of time and helps you avoid unnecessary empty spaces in your edit. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Alright, let me show you a feature in Premiere Pro that lets you extend your clips using the Generative Extend tool. I've prepared 3 clips for you. This tool helps you extend your clip by up to 2 seconds, which is perfect when your shot ends a bit too early. It gives you more flexibility for cuts, transitions, or timing without having to reshoot anything. Just click on the Generative Extend tool here and extend the end of this clip, for example. This will take a moment since the clip is being uploaded and processed. Let me speed this up for you. Once it's done, you'll see that the clip now has 2 extra seconds. You can tell where the AI generated the extension by the label shown on the clip. You can see that Premiere Pro does a really good job here. Let's do the same with the second clip. Just select the Generative Extend tool and extend the clip by 2 seconds. Let me speed this up again for you. Once it's done, take a look at the wall with the graffiti here. You can see how natural the camera movement looks. You'd never guess this part was AI generated unless you knew it. So, let's jump to the last clip. In this example, we have a drone beach shot. As we learned, click on the Generative Extend tool and extend the clip. Once it's done, check this part here as well. The movement looks very natural. This feature can save you a lot of time. Let me show you all 3 AI-generated parts together. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. This might seem simple, but a lot of people don't know how to create and use adjustment layers. Let me show you. First, go to your project panel, click on New Item, and then select Adjustment Layer. Drag it onto your timeline. If you zoom in, you can trim it to about 6 frames, because I want to show you something. We'll create an effect once, and then copy it to the other cuts, which saves us a lot of time. Place the adjustment layer in the middle of the cut. Then go to the Effects panel and search for the Brightness and Contrast effect. Drag it onto your adjustment layer. In the middle of the adjustment layer, set the brightness to 100 and the contrast to 40. Then add 2 keyframes with a value of 0 at the beginning and add another 2 keyframes with 0 at the end. This will give us a simple flash transition. You can also add other effects to the adjustment layer. The great thing is that you're not touching the clips themselves, so they stay clean and untouched. If you hold the Option key on Mac or the Alt key on Windows, you can copy the adjustment layer to the other cuts in between. This saves you a lot of time. This way, all your transitions stay consistent. You don't have to recreate the effect every single time. It keeps your workflow fast, clean, and professional. Let's check it out now. You see how fast this is? Nice. You can also create another adjustment layer and place it above your clips. There, you can add cinematic bars to give your footage a more cinematic look. This way, you can use each adjustment layer for a specific purpose. In the effect controls, go to the crop settings and set the top value to 12 and the bottom value to 12 as well. Since the adjustment layer is placed above all our clips, every clip will now have the cinematic bars. Let me show you how to add saved presets to adjustment layers. For this example, you can go to my preset pack and apply a simple shake to one clip. So, as we learned, create an adjustment layer and trim it to about 6 frames. Place it above your clip and apply the effect to the adjustment layer. This way, you can reuse the same effect across multiple cuts without touching your original clips. Drag it above your clip and simply drop the shake effect onto the adjustment layer. If you want this preset pack, you can download it from the description. And again, you can copy the effect by holding the Option key on Mac or the Alt key on Windows. Alright, let me show you how to auto-reframe a video that contains multiple clips. First, we need to detect the cuts so we can make adjustments before automatically reframing the clip to a portrait format. As you can see, this clip contains multiple scenes. Instead of cutting them manually, Adobe Premiere Pro has a feature that detects these scenes automatically. Just right-click on your footage and select Scene Edit Detection. Just click Analyze, and Premiere Pro will start detecting the cuts in your clip. This will help us later when we auto-reframe the video. You can see how accurate Premiere Pro is with this feature. It saves a lot of time compared to cutting everything manually. Now we can start auto-reframing our clip. For this, right-click on your sequence in the project panel, not on the clip, and select Auto Reframe Sequence. Make sure to change the target aspect ratio to 9:16 to get a portrait format, which is perfect for TikTok and Instagram Reels. Leave the settings set to Don't Nest Clips and click Create. You can see that Premiere Pro automatically reframed all our clips into a portrait format. The best part is that it keeps the subject, in this case the woman, perfectly in frame, so we don't have to make any manual adjustments. This tool is incredibly powerful and saves a huge amount of time. It's perfect for quickly repurposing content for social media. Alright, let me show you how easy it is to replace clips that already have effects applied to them. As you can see here, this is a simple flash transition created using the brightness and contrast effect. Let's replace this clip without recreating the effect. Hold Alt on Windows or Option on Mac, then drag a new clip from the project panel onto the clip in your timeline. And that's it. As you can see, the old clip has been replaced. It also keeps our flash transition, which saves a lot of time. If you check the effect controls, you'll see that the flash effect is still applied. Let's add a simple scale animation. Create the keyframe at the beginning with the scale set to 100 and another keyframe at the end set to 114, for example. Now let's replace this clip with another one to show that even when multiple effects are applied, Premiere Pro replaces the clip while keeping all of them. Hold Alt on Windows or Option on Mac and replace the clip. As you can see, the new clip keeps both the flash transition and the scale effect. This is great because you don't have to recreate any effects, even when multiple ones are applied. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you're working on a slower computer and your timeline looks like this, or even has more effects and overlays, it will probably start lagging. Let me show you 3 ways to fix this. I'm using a fairly fast computer, so my timeline isn't that laggy. But try these tips. I'm sure they'll help improve your performance. Tip number 1 is to lower the playback resolution. This reduces the load on your system and makes playback much smoother, especially on complex timelines. Another option is rendering your timeline for smoother playback. Just go to Sequence and click Render Into Out. Before rendering, move to the start of your timeline and press I, then go to the end and press O to set your in and out points. In and out points tell Premiere Pro which part of the timeline to work on. Now go to Sequence and click Render In to Out. Premiere Pro will pre-render that section of the timeline, which makes playback much smoother and reduces lag. Once it's done, the timeline bar turns green, which means those parts are rendered. Let's undo everything, because I want to show you another method that can help. Another thing that helps is setting a preview area. To do this, go to your timeline, right-click in the ruler area, and choose Set Preview Area. This can significantly reduce lag and make playback smoother. Once you've set it, check if your timeline plays back smoothly. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's start straight and go to the text panel. If you don't have it, you can click on top on window and click on text. So go to the text panel, then click on transcript, and there click the transcribe button. Once they're created, click on create captions. Open the settings and change the numbers to 10 and 1.5 and set the lines to single. You can tweak those settings to control how long the caption stays on screen. Once they're created, you can already see them in your project. In the properties panel, you can make adjustments like changing the size font and centering them. Just select all your captions and tweak the settings to build your own style. Let me know if you have questions in the comments.
Our projects are built for the future. We believe growth means more than numbers.
It's a very simple way to improve your audio recordings in just a few seconds.
Hey guys, what's up? This is a recording without a microphone.
Let's jump straight into the tool called Adobe Podcast. This is where the magic happens. The link is in the description. Adobe Podcast uses AI to enhance your voice and make your audio sound clean and professional in seconds. Just drag and drop your footage and it will start enhancing your audio automatically. It also works with other types of footage, so feel free to try it out. As you can see, I'm using an iPhone MOV file here, but it also works with MP4, MP3, and more. Check it out now.
Hey guys, what's up? This is a recording without a microphone. And this is the same recording after using an AI tool.
You can see how much it improved our voice quality. You can adjust the sliders depending on the voice and the amount of background noise. This gives you full control over how clean or natural the audio sounds. You can also add captions here, generate a transcript, or even make edits, but I usually prefer to do that part in Premiere Pro. Download your clip and then drag the file into your editing timeline. On the left side, we have the original audio quality, and on the right, the enhanced version.
This is a recording without a microphone. Hey guys, what's up? This is a recording without a microphone.
I replace only the audio and keep the original video, just to be safe with my color grading. And that's it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments.
Hey guys, what's up? This is a recording without a microphone. And this is the same recording after using an AI tool.
And let me show you how easy rotoscope is in Premiere. Just duplicate your clip by holding Alt on Windows or Option on Mac and dragging it above the original clip. Since we now have 2 layers, we can start using rotoscope. Select the upper clip and click on the New Object Mask tool in Premiere Pro. Click on the object you want to rotoscope. Premiere Pro will recognize it automatically. In the effect controls, you'll now see an unassigned mask. Click on it and then hit the tracking icon to start tracking the object. Once the tracking is done, drag the unassigned mask to opacity in the effect controls. This applies the mask to the opacity, so only the rotoscope subject stays visible. As you can see, if we hide the first video layer, Premiere Pro does a really good job here. This will save us a lot of time in the future because you can create some really powerful and creative effects with it. Here's a simple effect. Add Gaussian blur to the bottom layer. The background gets blurry and the subject stays sharp. As you can see, this didn't even take a minute, and the result already looks really clean and professional. You can do the same with the mask clip. Select it and add a simple scale animation in the effect controls. Create a keyframe at the beginning with the scale set to 0, then add another keyframe at the end and set it to around 140. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments.